consider C4. And below it, we have C3, C2, and C1 is off the screen. In the octave above middle C, every note is considered a 4. D4, E4, F4, G4, A4, B4, and then we switch to C5. Now, as we talk about vocal range, we're going to talk about chest voice, which is where you talk, ah, and head voice, where you feel resonance under your eyes and in the back of your head. Woo! Now, very generally speaking, a male chest voice might range from G2, ah, to E4, ah, and head voice from F4, woo, to C5. And the area in between E4 and G4 we'll call the transition area, or the bridge. With women, the chest voice generally starts about an octave higher than with men, at F3 or so. But the transition area between chest and head voice is close to where it is with men, at F4. So the female chest voice has about an octave of range, and there are other smaller breaks within the head voice range where similar transitions occur. You can see then that blending the chest voice and the head voice is the critical issue when it comes to vocal range. Now, there's a difference between the proper head voice sound and falsetto. A falsetto is actually a separate vocal cord, or false chord, and it doesn't blend in with your chest voice. Ah! But the proper head voice sound blends in smoothly to the chest voice and has a focused tone. Maximizing your resonance and blending chest voice and head voice. Okay, so here we have a phrase. This is a tough phrase because it's right in between chest voice and head voice.
Oh, great.
Okay. And so let's talk about how the balance point would help you through here.
Okay.
Start by just singing Angels Flew Overhead. Okay, 2, 3, here we go.
Angels flew overhead.
Okay, excellent. Now you feel like, wow, you know, you're having to manage some pressure here, right? And so let's start by talking about how much sound is flowing through your nose.
Okay.
All right? Because if you've got too much openness through your nose, your larynx will rise too. Well, let's approach that now from the nose angle and find an easy sound that closes the nose, like BBB, and it sounds like this. Beep, 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 beep. We're going to do it with puffy cheeks because the puffy closes the nose. If your nose is open, your cheeks wouldn't puff.
Okay.
Okay? And then we just do head voice only. Beep.
Beep, 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 beep.
Good. And now we move the neck.
Beep, 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 beep.
There you go. Good. You're getting more ring there.
Beep, 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 beep.
And now your tune.
Beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep.
Good. Now as I'm watching you, I can tell that the main control element for you has to do with your jaw. And the way I can tell is because your cheeks are not able to puff there, because you're holding in your jaw.
Okay.
Okay, so you're either going to hold the sound at the balance point, at the vocal cord level, or you're going to hold it in one of the outer muscles.
Okay.
Okay? And so in order for us to get ring in your nasal pharynx, we have to loosen the jaw more and catch the sound of the vocal cord. So with your hand on your jaw, wiggle a little bit. Okay, and just feel that jaw loose. Now you're going to think blah, and now do the blee again and see if you can, without your hand moving, but with the jaw relaxed. Bleep, 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 bleep. See if you can get the cheeks to be puffy.
Beep, 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 beep.
There you go. Good. Just let your hand go and sing it again.
Beep, 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 beep,
Good.
beep, beep.
Bleep. Just on the vocal cord.
Beep, 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 beep,
Good.
beep.
You're starting to let that go.
Beep, 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 beep.
Good. Now, how did that feel different in terms of the pressure?
It's just, it's less.
No pressure.
Yeah, less energy, less effort.
Exactly.
Yes.
And that's one of the fundamental overarching principles of the balance point is that it's almost no pressure.
It's like a mind game. You think that it's not going to come out unless you have some kind of control somewhere.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So letting go of pressure. You need enough pressure to make the sound ring, but most people over support.
Right.
Okay. So now the next step would be see if you can do that on the melody of the song here.
Okay.
So I want you to say head voice only.
Beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep.
Good.
It's like a chicken.
Hey, that's a nice chicken impersonation there. To me, you sound like a choral singer, you know? And that's kind of the sound of the ring, you know, because a lot of the choral singers, they sing in their head voice only. Now, we're going to sing in the mix.
Okay.
We're going to bring the chest voice in, but until we find the balance point, there's no sense in trying to pressure the chest voice in there. You have to get the nose closed. Okay, that's what the goal is. So, sing the song again, and the little phrase again. Angels flew overhead, all right? Angels flew overhead.
Angels flew overhead.
Okay, very nice. Now notice the sound is smaller, but we're getting ring over the top. We're getting that head voice to have some ring there. The nose is more closed. But then when you came down into chest voice, it changed a little bit abruptly. You feel that?
Yeah.
Like it wants to go, angels flew overhead. You know, to exaggerate. Of course, he did nothing like that. So now bring it all together by not allowing the chest voice to come in a breathy way. In other words, sing this.
Is that a wee sound?
A B.
Bee.
Very nice. Notice how you almost didn't let the chest voice in, but it was there. Okay? So we have to be careful not to allow the chest voice to clunk in.
Okay.
But we just barely do anything in chest voice for now and take it on the heady side. Okay? Angels flew overhead.
Angels flew overhead.
Ah, now you're getting to the balance point. Okay? Now, see if you can wiggle the larynx down a little bit. Say, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, we're going to add a little bit of this hooty sound, which is the sound of the larynx down a bit. And sing it again. Angels flew.
Angels flew overhead. Wow. That's so great.
Now, notice that the larynx came down maybe 1/8 of an inch, but the sound of your voice was completely different. That's why, you know, you had this experience of singing on Sunday at church, when all of a sudden your voice was there,